Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, today it is new project from Copart. Today, gonna go and pick it up, gonna bring it back, we're gonna have a walk around it, I'm gonna show you the car, we're gonna see what it's like. If we've got time, we're gonna start straight into it and start ripping off the parts to see if there's any damage behind and stuff like that. But yeah, very interesting this one, because I didn't realise this until I won the car. So basically I won the car, and normal stuff with Copart and the insurance, well, it's not Copart, it's the insurance companies. They come back, if it's on reserve, they say, no, you can't have it for that, what you've won it for, but you can have it for this. This is our reserve, that's what we want, and that's what we need for the car, basically. So I go back and say, no, I'm keeping my original bid, which I can. I've got that option to keep my original bid, what I won it for. So this went backs and forwards for a couple of days with this car. They wanted £1,000 more than what I actually won the car for, right? So I thought, they're not going to let me have it for that. It's £1,000 on top is normally out. It's out of the scope of what they will let you have and get away with. So normally, but this time they let me have it after 2 days going backwards and forwards. And I think it's because this car has actually gone through the auction 2 or 3 times before and it didn't meet the reserve. This time, the third time maybe, or second time, they're like, do you know what? Let them have it. So £1,000 less is what I want it for. So that £1,000 basically is going to be the cost, I reckon, if a little bit less, to get this car back on the road. So yeah, so I won the car, and then I started doing some research on the car, finding some parts and stuff like that, and I came across a video on YouTube with a car salesman that's selling the car. Unbelievable. It's exactly the same car 1 year ago. So I'm going to show you that video as well. So let me bring the car in. It's at the front. We're going to have a walk around it. I'll show you the video and let's get cracking. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, I've got the new project in the workshop just beside me. Check out this colour. I'll tell you, honestly, this colour is lovely. Look at that colour, honestly. It is really nice. So, this is the Ford B-Max. This has got a private plate, but it's a 2012. It's got these lovely 17-inch alloy wheels on this one. Very sporty. It's the titanium version, so you do get a few extra little toys inside. It's not the EcoBoost engine, the 1 litre EcoBoost. It is not, but it has got the automatic transmission power shift gearbox. I am glutton for punishment, I tell you, but it's got the 1.6 petrol engine. That is really the one I was looking for. The 1.6 engine is probably one of the most reliable engines that Ford ever did, this type here. But look how clean really that engine bay is. Still got the coolant. Obviously we've got front end damage. It is a Cat N, so no structural damage, hopefully, on the legs. Bonnet seems to be in really good condition, so I think we've got away with not being able to change the bonnet. I think we're going to leave that all right. That headlight, I'm not sure about that headlight in a minute. I think one of the brackets is broke, so we might have to change both headlights, especially that one over there. Look at that one. Smashed to pieces. I reckon the impact was there. It has been, I didn't think it did on the crash bar, but it has. It's bented the crash bar at the bottom here. So we are going to be changing that complete crash bar, the complete front end, the rad packs and the, all that stuff. That's all going to be changed. And this wing as well. this wing's got to be changed. I think that's more to do with maybe the wing's pushed and then people have been opening the door on the wing, and that's what's done that wing. But yeah, what a colour. Look at this colour. That really looks nice. It's got tinted glasses around the back doors and the boot. But yeah, let me show you the inside. That colour, honestly, it is so nice. So being the B-Max, we've got these sliding doors, which is pretty cool. And obviously, like I said, it was the titanium version. So we've got this leather interior. I don't think it's the titanium X. I just think it's the titanium, but it's got really nice leather seats. These full leather seats here. Like I said, guys, we have got another power shift gearbox. But it runs and drives lovely. Smooth. I've been up and down the yard in it. Just testing that gearbox, just to make sure, and it is pretty much spot on. And there's no, like, when you're changing gears, there's no, like, clunking, there's none of that sort of stuff. This car has done, I think, 48? Let me just check. I think this car's done 48,000 miles. Yeah, 48,700 miles, just there. You know, and this kind of car is really like it's a Fiesta on steroids, isn't it? Really, let's be honest, because it's more or less the same setup in the Fiesta, the dash, the steering, everything's the same as the Fiesta. But yeah, I have checked, come with one key. But we have got a full service history with this car. We've got all the locking wheel nut key there. The original registration is there as well, because this is actually on a private plate, and I'll get to that in a second. Got the books, and then we've got some service history in here. But yeah, check out this service history. Let's have a look. I'm always looking for service history when I get these cars. So yeah, stamped 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, then 23, then 24. So it looks like that gap between 20 and 23 is COVID. 100% COVID gap. And yeah, the last service was 05/24. Yeah, 20th of the 5th, 2024. And the service was at 47,837. 47,837. We are now on, what are we on? 48 minute. I can't remember now. Oh, it won't even give me no power, will it? No. So yeah, it needs a service. I've got to be honest. Not on mileage, but on the date. 20th of the 5th. That's 20th of April. Nope. May. 24. So really, I'd like to do a service. I've got no evidence in here that the timing belt has been changed on this car. Engine oil 5W20. 5W20? I thought it was 5W30, these 1.6 Z-Tech engines. So, yeah, because we've got there's no sticker or anything to say that timing belt's been done. It would be in here, that service book, if it had been done. We're going to do it. We're going to do the timing belt the full service, the water pump, and I'm going to service that automatic transmission box as well while we're in there. We're having the whole front end off. Do you know what I mean? So whilst we've got the whole front end off, we might as well do the mechanical parts, the service parts, and the gearbox. You know, really give it a good service. And yeah, it looks like that aux belt is original, so we'll have that aux belt change as well. But these are pretty simple, these timing belts and stuff on these cars, you know. I've done loads of these before, and it's a lot easier. Let me just put that up. It's a lot easier with the front end off to get that timing belt done, because I like to take off this air intake system here on the front to get to the actual starter motor, because you have to remove the starter motor to lock the flywheel. So with the front end off, you can get to that very easy, and we're going to be doing that as well. So that's going to be part of it as well. Let me show you what's in the boot. Tyres are really good as well. It looks like to me that they are new discs as well. Someone has spent some money on this car just before this happened. I'll check the pads, but those discs definitely new-ish. I don't know if it's got rear pads and discs, actually. Let's have a look. No, drums on the back. So, yeah, let me show you. Oh, no, the battery's dead now. I've got to put some power to the battery was completely dead, so I'm going to try and charge it, but if we can't charge it, then we're going to have to replace that as well. Let me just put some power to it. Yeah, when it bleeps like that, that's telling me that is completely dead. So let's put some power to it, like that, and then we can open the boot, and then I'll show you what's in the boot. The old bumper, all the trims. I think even the thing that it might have hit, which is a post. It's part of a post. I reckon it hit this post. Right, okay, guys. Sorry, guys. Someone come to the door, so I had to cut off there. Yes. So what I was saying was basically, I think that maybe this, maybe the post that they hit on the front. Not quite sure. Who knows? Apart from the person that actually hit, you know, the damage was done. But you can see we've got some bumper stuff in here, some trims. We've got obviously the number plate as well. It's in there. It's a private plate on that number plate. So, you know, we'll get all that out and have a look at it. But I want to show you this plate. So that is the private plate that comes with this car. So, yeah, B-Max titanium. Got some reversing sensors as well on the back. This plate will stay with the car. So let me show you what I found online the other day with this car. Bear in mind, you know, look at this trim. It looks like it's sort of coming up a little bit on that door. You see that? So let me show you what I found. Couldn't believe it when I come across it. All I was doing was looking for the colour, and I was looking for parts, and I found this. That is the actual car that's there. That car is this car. Now, this video was put up a year ago. And yeah, even in that like there, that it looks really nice. That colour is absolutely lovely, isn't it? So yeah, at least you know I can see now exactly what's missing on the bumper. Looks like because obviously we've got to replace it. I didn't know that the bumper was in the boot. But yeah, actually, let me just go back quickly. There. Can you see the trim that's sticking up? Look, on the door. So, yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was looking through it. I was thinking that. I was just looking at the colour of the car. I was looking at the colour in the car, and then when I saw the plate, I thought, wow, that is the actual car. So this is it's on someone else's website, a YouTube channel, obviously, and they so you can see that I can now see exactly what we need to put it back on. This car was up for sale a year ago. This is their sales sort of video for this car. But what I wanted to check as well is, as I'm going through the video, I'm checking to see what the mileage is, and you can see the mileage just there is, I think it's 46. Is it 46? 46,202. That's what they sold the car at, the mileage. 46,202. And yeah. That is the car. That's our car, guys. So I just thought it was incredible to find this car. Unbelievable, eh? That is incredible. So there we go. Just a little bit of information there about it, but it is a stunning car. It really is lovely. The wheels just really set it off. Those 17-inch alloy wheels, they really look nice on it. So yeah, there we go. This is the new project. So let's take it back on the ramp, and we're going to start by stripping this front end off. I've already checked the air conditioning is empty, so there must be a crack in this somewhere, or split in this aircon rad. So we'll have to change that over. We're going to get a whole new rad pack anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But at least we know I always do that every time I pick them up outside. I always check if it's got a front end damage, if the aircon is still filled up, and this one is empty, so that's good. So yes, guys, let's get cracking. Let's do this. Right, well, guys, there we go. The front end is completely been removed. Where do we start? Right, well, let's just start really with the damage that I can see. And that is only this side on that leg. The actual top and bottom of that leg has been kicked over at an angle. You can see it there, look. So you can see there, and that top's been kicked over as well. But the centre does look straight, but you never know until you start measuring. And I can't measure, really can't measure off of that crash bar. Just don't. I suppose I can measure from that hole, centre, this one here, to the other side. But because of it's had a bit of a whack. Do you know what I mean? You don't know whether or not it's been squashed or moved about. So I really don't want to take measurements off of that, and I'll never know until we get another crash bar and measure that one, and then check to make sure that the legs. But you just never know with these. But everything else, no damage. Definitely got away with it. It was definitely this side was the hit. Something here. I think it was that post. I think it's that post that's in the boot that someone's hit this side. But yeah, that makes sense really, because the post would probably be low. The bonnet hasn't been hit, and they've just gone into that post at the front. But yeah. The other thing as well, I don't know if anyone knows about this, but that gearbox doesn't look the same as what I've been seeing everywhere else. So I'm not sure, but we're definitely going to be doing a gearbox oil change, this automatic gearbox oil change. We're going to be doing the engine oil side, so we've definitely got to do that side. It just makes sense, doesn't it, really? But they're so complex, these gearboxes. But so far, so good with the strip down. But you can see now how much easier it is to get the engine locked up and timed when it comes to the timing belt, because that is where the starter motor is there. I probably don't even need to remove that now. I only removed that airbox, air intake system, because if the front end is on and I remove the air intake, I can go down and get to the starter motor. But now I can easily get to the bolts for the starter motor. We can remove that there, and so that air intake system can stay in place. But yeah, I've not got anything for this car yet. I've got no service kit. I've got no timing belt. I've got no water pump. I've got no parts, nothing. I just left it because I really wasn't sure what we're going to need. But if you look at that there, it's a really clean engine bay. The actual engine, all the plastics, it just looks really, really clean. And it's definitely been looked after. We know that. It's got a full service history, apart from the ones over the COVID period. So I want to continue with that service history, and we'll do it ourselves. I'll stamp it in the book as well, because I've got my own stamp. And we're going to be doing the timing belt. Timing belt is crucial, because I've got no evidence that that's been changed. So I really want to get that done as well. But so far, so good. What do we think so far, guys? It is pretty quick. It comes off pretty quick. I've seen loads of these cars, these B-Maxes with the 1 litre EcoBoost engines, loads of them, but not many of these with the 1.6 petrol automatic gearboxes. You can only get this car with the 1.6 auto. You can only get it with the 1.6. You can't get it with the 1 litre EcoBoost. Don't know why, but that's what I've read. That's what I've looked up, and that's what I found. But yeah, a little bit of information there. What I want to do now, guys, really, is I want to try and get this wing off, because then it allows you to open the door, the front, that driver's door easily when I'm moving the car around. So let's try and get this off. And yeah, at least that's out of our way then, and we can try and get that removed. So I'll set you back up. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. Well, there is the wing completely removed. I've got to be honest, there is a little bit of damage on that door. I didn't see that, to be honest with you, at first, but I'm now looking at the door, and I'm feeling it. Yeah, there's definitely some wrinkles going on there. I don't know quite how we're going to try to repair that. Maybe going to try and get some, do you know, the dent removal glue pads that I've got. Might be able to stick them on there and get it out a little bit. Or it might have to go to the paint shop to get that, you know, straight with some filler and some paint. It's the only sort of way, because there's like a crease. There's like a double skim here, look. So it's quite thick. You can't get to it from the back edge to push it back out, which is a shame, but you just can't. And yeah, that definitely needs a little bit of attention. But apart from that, it's going really, really well and really, really quick. Took off the wheel arches, both sides, because I always take them off and remove them, put them on my rack up here, because we'll always, when we're putting the front bumper on, we've got to connect it through. So it's good to get them out of the way, and then that way it's just a lot easier. Got a little bit of a scuff in there on the wheel here. Look, I think that's just wear and tear. I don't think that's part of the accident. I don't know. But no other damage, guys. I can't see nothing else. No other damage on this, apart from that leg, which we'll you know, in the next video, we'll attend that. We'll probably be able to do in the next video is I'm going to be doing the service parts. So really want to, at this point, I can do the timing belt, the water pump, the full service, the oil change on the gearbox. All those bits and pieces can be done next, I think. So I'll get those ordered. I'm really not sure about this gearbox, you know, this automatic transmission. I've not seen that one before. I'm going to have to look into this, because I don't know if this is the troublesome power shift gearbox, because it just looks different to the rest. Like I've got a Ford Grand C-Max outside that's got the actual problem with that gearbox, and this looks nothing like it. The one that's outside, and that's a 2012 reg as well, it looks nothing like it, but it's a different engine. One that's outside is a 2-litre diesel. This is a 1.6 petrol. So maybe they changed them. I really don't know. It's got the full ticket on there. Because Ford didn't make this gearbox. The power shift gearbox was made by another company, and Ford got that company to make them for them. On most of them, there's 2 drain plugs underneath, and I can only see one. That one there. Is that a drain plug? I can't even see. I don't know if that's a drain plug, you know. It just looks completely different to any other ones that I've seen. There's like on the front of them, there's a big plastic cover with all the solenoids and all the bits and pieces, the control modules and all that. That's all on the front end of the actual gearbox, but that's clearly not there. I've got this and this side piece as well, but I don't know. I'm a bit stumped. I'm gonna have to look into this. I don't know if that's the troublesome gearbox, the power shift troublesome one. Huh. Yep. If anyone knows, drop me a comment. Let me know down below. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But it drives smoothly. Goes into gear smoothly. It just feels really nice and tight. You know, there's no banging. There's no movement. Yeah, I think this is going to be a really, really good car when it's done. But anyway, guys, that's it. I've run out of time for today. But look how much stuff I've done already. Just so quick. Just rip it all off the front end. Most of it was smashed off anyway. The bumper was removed. But yeah, got loads of bits and pieces now. I'm going to start ordering some stuff. I'll order the service kit and all that first. So when that turns up first, we can crack on with that. A few days, probably 2 or 3 days. And then I'll start sourcing the parts, the wing, the headlights, the bumper, the front slam panel, crash bar, rad pack, all that stuff as we go through it. But so far, so good. This has got an MOT until, I think, June, July. But I'm still going to put a fresh new MOT on this car. Definitely deserves it. And yeah, we are going to make this car really nice when I'm finished. But there we go. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, drop me a comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up. And I'll see you soon in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care.